In 2007, Nokia controlled more than 40% of the global mobile phone market. Its economic moat looked untouchable. The company dominated its industry. Competitors couldn't catch up, and investors believed this advantage would last forever. They were wrong, because in less than 5 years, the moat disappeared, and the entire empire collapsed. This raises a dangerous question. If even the strongest moats can disappear, how many companies today are standing on the same illusion? Investors love the idea of a moat, a powerful advantage that protects a business from competition. But there is a dangerous truth that many investors ignore. Most moats don't disappear overnight. They shrink slowly, year after year. Technology changes, competitors adapt, customers move on, and eventually the advantage disappears. This is the hidden danger behind almost every great company. The most dangerous threat to any economic moat is not competition, it is change. Technology evolves, new business models appear, and suddenly the advantage that once protected a company no longer matters. What once looked like a powerful moat can quickly become irrelevant. History is filled with companies that believed their advantage would last forever. But capitalism rarely allows permanence. For most of the 20th century, Kodak dominated photography. The company controlled nearly 90% of the film market in the United States. For generations, people trusted Kodak to capture their memories, birthdays, weddings, family vacations. Kodak wasn't just a company, it was photography itself. Its moat looked unbeatable. Powerful brand, global distribution, decades of technology. Kodak seemed untouchable. But in 1975, a Kodak engineer built something revolutionary. The world's first digital camera. Ironically, Kodak had invented the very technology that would destroy its own business. Digital photography would make film obsolete, and Kodak knew it, but the company hesitated. They were afraid digital cameras would kill their extremely profitable film business. So Kodak waited. Meanwhile, competitors moved forward. Companies like Canon and Sony pushed digital photography into the mainstream. Digital cameras became better, cheaper, and easier to use. Consumers slowly abandoned film. Then came the final blow. In 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone, and suddenly everyone carried a camera in their pocket. The moat that once protected Kodak slowly disappeared. In 2012, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. One of the most dominant companies in history had fallen. Kodak didn't lose because it lacked technology. It lost because it refused to destroy its own moat. Kodak wasn't the only company that lost its moat. Another giant once dominated the entertainment industry, Blockbuster, LC. At its peak, Blockbuster had more than 9,000 stores around the world. Millions of people visited their stores every weekend. Its moat looked powerful. Massive retail network, a strong brand recognition, exclusive distribution deals. Blockbuster seemed unstoppable. But in 1997, a small startup appeared, a company called Netflix. At first, Netflix mailed DVDs to customers. No late fees, no store visits, just movies delivered to your door. Blockbuster laughed. The idea seemed small, insignificant. Why would people stop visiting stores? But Netflix understood something Blockbuster didn't. Technology was about to change everything. As internet speeds improved, Netflix made a radical decision. They destroyed their own business model and moved completely to streaming. Blockbuster didn't. They tried to protect their retail empire, and just like Kodak, their moat slowly disappeared. In 2010, Blockbuster LLC filed for bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Netflix became one of the most powerful companies in entertainment. The lesson is simple. A moat only works if a company keeps rebuilding it. In business, some companies survive for decades. Others dominate entire industries. The difference often comes down to one thing: their moat. Take Visa. Millions of merchants accept Visa because millions of customers use it. And millions of customers use Visa because millions of merchants accept it. The second moat is switching costs. Once customers adopt a system, it becomes difficult to leave. Consider companies that rely on Microsoft Enterprise software. Switching providers could disrupt their entire workflow, so most companies simply stay. The third moat is brand power. Some brands become so trusted that customers are willing to pay more. A classic example is Apple. Many smartphones offer similar features, but millions of people still choose Apple, not because it is cheaper, but because of the brand. The fourth moat is cost advantage. Some companies operate so efficiently that competitors cannot match their prices. For example, Walmart. Its massive scale allows it to negotiate lower prices than almost anyone else. According to Warren Buffett, the best businesses are those with moats that grow wider over time. Because in business, a moat is not something you build once. It is something you must defend every single day. In business, the goal is simple. Build a moat so wide that competition becomes irrelevant. In business, the goal is simple. Build a moat so wide that competition becomes irrelevant. But the most dangerous moment in business is not when competition appears. It is when a company believes its moat will last forever.